Hi there, my name is Vince from mymatevince.com, and in this video today I'm going to show you how you can use your mobile cell phone as a remote control for your TV in place of the proper remote control. So if you've broken this or lost it, or if you just want it as a backup in case somebody in the house loses it, then I'm going to show you how to do it on an Android phone and also an iOS device as well. This is a little iPod Touch. So first of all, let's do the iPod one. The app we need is called MyTifi. I hope I pronounced that correctly. And we're just going to go to start. Now what happens is it will have to be on the same network as your TV. So your phones are going to be connected via Wi-Fi, and it doesn't matter whether your TV is connected by a Wi-Fi or an Ethernet cable, but they have to be connected to the same home network. So here we go, it says TV is on. And now it's looking for my TV and it's asking me to enter a PIN code. And if you have a look up here now, it says 2110, so that's what we're going to do. 2110 and press OK. And now it says connecting to TV. Finished, and it now says that it's been connected. You press OK. Now basically it is free for a while and you've got an evaluation period, and after that it's 79p to remove the ads, or you've got $2.99 for a premium version. You can look into this to decide which one you want to go for. And if you have a look now, it's brought up this one here, but there's all different designs you can have. So at the moment this one here doesn't really resemble my remote control over here. So I'm going to go down to more, which is the bottom right, and I'm going to go to settings. And now it says here remote, so I'm going to click on remote and I'm going to pick one that looks more like my remote control. So you can find your series number, or you can just scroll through different ones because a lot of them do exactly the same. So let me have a look now if that looks better. So on this option now, you can now see that it resembles the remote control next to it. Okay, so let me show you it working. Right, so let's say for example I want to go to BBC One HD 101. You can see it comes up there. And now let's say if I wanted to mute it, you can see now that it's muted. And now if I want to put the volume up, you can see how responsive it is.
Ariane, economics. Well done, Ariane, well done. If you get this right, then you're back to... Okay, next question. Alphabet.
Yeah, so it does work really well. Now if I want to do sports, you just tap that button there.
Because we are through what is deemed to be the unfair part, of course. Don't want to keep going on about fairness, but now...
Tap it again, and everything will work. So if I go to source, you can see it brings up the source up there. And then also the smart features will work as well. So now let me just put it on mute. And now if you have a look down the bottom, it's brought up the options down the bottom. So if I was to go to web browser, you can see now it will bring up the web browser. Now this is where you need the paid app. So at the moment this is just a free app, and I've also used up the evaluation period because I've had this installed a long time. When you first of all install it, you will be able to do this, but I can't because I haven't yet paid for the app. So if you were to hit navigation, this time right now it's asking me to become a premium user. But basically what it will allow you to do is it will have a little trackpad here, and it will allow you to move the cursor around the screen, and then you can just tap it when you want to enter into something. So it's the same as like the mouse pad on a laptop, so that does work particularly well. So that's the iOS one there. That app does work really well. Now one thing it doesn't do is, although you can turn off the TV by using the on and off button, it doesn't turn it back on again. So you will have to manually turn the switch on. So on this TV here, I've got a little button at the back that I just tap to turn it on. Now let me show you the Android device. Now with Android devices, there's some really nice apps out there. So for example, if you have a look at this one, this completely mimics the remote control. So this is a really nice app. Unfortunately, it doesn't work for me. A lot of phones have IR blasters in them, which is an infrared blaster. So basically, you're using it as a remote control. Or this particular app will connect to a lot of other Samsung TVs, but not my particular Samsung TV. So with me, I have to use Samsung Smart View app. It's very easy to set up and it's all free, and there's no hidden things that you have to pay for. But the problem is the remote control, the layout is not quite as good as some of the other apps because you have to tap different buttons to bring up additional menus. All the buttons are not there, just on the one display. So for example, if I wanted to change the source, I could tap these three buttons up here, and we've got source, channel list and menu. So if you press source there, you will see it's brought up the source up there. Press it again, channel list, brings up that, menu. And here you've got all the options, so we can scroll down to do what we want to do. If we want to look at our, for example, our sounds, we can go across, and then if we want to exit that, we can just hit the back arrow. Yeah, and then volume and stuff are all really very responsive. So for example, if I tap that, you see it's off mute and back on mute again. And if I was to go up and down the channels, yeah, you can see it's moving around the place. And then we also have a guide here as well. So if you've broken your remote control, there is other options that you can do. You don't have to go out straight away and get a new remote control, because it can be very hard to use the buttons on the side or the back of the TV because they're very limited to what you can do with them. Also, all the smart features will work here as well. So if I was to go to the smart features here, let's say I go to YouTube or Netflix, or I can go across to the web browser. And now with this again, we can just scroll around. You can see the cursor up on screen there. We can just scroll around by using these very small arrows. You can see it moving around the place. Or it's a bit hard, but this is like a mouse pad on a laptop, but it doesn't work diagonally. It only works up, left and right and down. And it's also quite hard to actually use. But one good thing is when we go to type something, we just go into where we need to type something and then press it down. And if you have a look here, it will bring on this on-screen keyboard here. So we don't have to use anything up there with the arrows. So for example, if I was to type in football results, and if I was to spell it wrong, it will auto correct you. So football results, done. And then what happens is it will auto fill on the screen up there. And then you can read whatever you want to read about on screen up there. And then when we're done with it, we can just press back, or we can go to the top right hand corner and press exit. There you go, a couple of options there. Obviously, if you're willing to pay a bit, you are going to get a remote control that works much better than a free one. If you use one particular version on a Samsung TV or an LG TV or a Panasonic or a Sony TV, because you will get apps for all different TVs, then add it to the comments down below and it will help other people out. So just to recap, on Android, I'm using here Samsung Smart View app, and on iOS, I'm using the MyTifi or MyTifi, I'm not sure how you pronounce it, app. And they both work really well. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Please give it a thumbs up if you liked it, and please subscribe for more how-to videos. Take care, bye now.